Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well this afternoon. Thanks for being here. I appreciate all of your likes and your comments and your presence. Let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us this afternoon. What's in the central energy, Spirit? Central energy, please. What would you like the collective to know? Collective energy, please, Spirit. We got the Star, a renewal, a healing. Challenged by. I don't know. Somebody's challenged by this. Somebody's challenged by your strength, Star. In the subconscious. Ooh, it came out and it bounced into the reverse. So somebody is in a Three of Wands reversed. They didn't plan well and they're stuck in the past. We'll continue to get clarification on this because this isn't you, but somebody up here in your environment, somebody up here in the central energy is like all up in your space. In the recent past. In the recent past, you've got a new financial opportunity. You've come into some prosperity, perhaps. Maybe something succeeded and offered you some sort of prosperity in a certain department of your life. Intention, expectation. Well, now, come on. I don't like it when I just do that. Okay. So of course, you've got this new opportunity and prosperity in the recent past. The expectation is that somebody is going to come forward and try to take it from you, try to fight you for it, and put you in a 10 of Wands. You're expecting it. You're expecting it because we're in this cycle and you've just come into your reward. And of course now, those who did not come into a reward, those who have been disconnected and are stuck in the past, you are expecting will bring forth trickery, fraud, trying to get away with something, trying to steal your prosperity from you and leave you in a 10 of Wands. You're expecting it. So in the near future, sorry, I just wanted to nail that home. You were expecting it. Whoever this is, they're in a temperance reversed. They're addicted. They could be an alcoholic. They overindulge in stuff and they go to extremes. So they're the opposite of you, Star. You're like shining bright, renewal and healing. You're this strength, right? This prosperity. Not them. They're mad. Oh boy, they're coming in with a love offer. In the environment, or they see that you're coming into a love offer. In the environment, there is judgment. This is a new phase. Judgment is being delivered. And you are leaving that baggage behind and moving on to calmer waters. Congratulations. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. So you got a Hierophant reversed here, acting foolish, a hypocrite. There's a hypocrite that's being gaining judgment right now. That's being judged right now. You're leaving that behind. And in the outcome, I just really like this, because the mind can really go, especially when you have, the Wi-Fi and other ways of inserting thought forms into the receiver transmitter, right? So at the end of the day, when the mind has received and transmitted all this energy and thought forms that you weren't focusing on because you're working, doing stuff, right? You come home and all of a sudden there may be a little stuff going on and you're like thinking, right? And it's nice to be able to lay the cards out and say, right? So on the outgoing energy, you've got the Lovers, the strength of two together. In a Five of Wands energy, you're like fighting and stuff, right? So you got your divine kingdom spouses, the strength of two together. Ooh, this is lovely. This is the power dynamic. This is the power couple. This is what energy harvesters were trying to stop. They didn't want the power couples coming together in union because the strength of those couples together is like boom. And they're together here in the environment and they're involved in this clashing, which is interesting. We've got the King of Wands here, a natural leader who has overcome challenges, celebration, justice. Go King, go King, go King. I need a cheerleader pom-pom. Woo! Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Disagreements. Somebody is mad because you're not concerned about the way they feel. They're stuck in the past. And you're just like, dude, I'm concerned about the way I feel. Okay? You go worry about you. I'll worry about me. They're having disagreements about your healing. They don't think you should be healed. They're upset because you're so strong. And business is complete. Business is over. And they didn't plan. They did not plan for this. They didn't have a plan B. They didn't have a plan B. It's like they never asked themselves, what happens if this fails? Now they're in the middle of a whole bunch of obstacles, stuck in the past. Holding back. Holding back. Stuck in the past. They're being held back. They're overindulgent addicts. Or an addict, whoever this is, singular or plural, micro or macro, however it resonates for you. You've got new prosperity here, a new venture, a new opportunity for you. There's forgiveness. You're still struggling to get over the past. So there's forgiveness here. So you like healing and releasing. You have the expectation that somebody is going to betray you and try to put you in a 10 of wands. Somebody's going to try to commit fraud against you. And that could be you still trying to get over the past. Like paranoia, it'll destroy you, right? You've been dealing with folks whose intention was to do that. And now you're just like, all your shields are shields up. But because in the future you've got this addicted person here who's wanting to get away with trickery. They want your light. They want your strength. They want your Ace of Pentacles. They do not feel you should have it. You should understand how they feel and give it to them. They didn't appreciate you. They didn't appreciate the gift when they had it, star. You're the star. You're uber strong. You have the powers of renewal and rejuvenation. You have connection to the divine, to the stars, to the heavens. And these ones didn't give a crap about you. Not one crap. They went to extremes to hurt you. They're in the shadow. It's not over. Who knows if it ever will be. There's going to be like that bifurcation or something. It's like all of a sudden, you won't even be able to, you won't be aware of each other. I think there's like the field of collective awareness. It's like the frequencies, it's like everybody's going to be magnetized to their whatever frequency or vibration they're in alignment to. And that's why I like those charts, like the heat chart, and I like the charts about mindsets and thought patterns in relation to energy and frequency. These are really helpful tools to monitor where you're at and to figure out what you need to do. So you could read this two ways. You're the star, you're strong, business is finished, kaput, over. These ones are being held back from moving forward with you. They're stuck in the past. There's forgiveness here. You're still struggling to get over the past. You have expectations or maybe some sort of habitual thought pattern that those who didn't appreciate you are going to be coming and doing this to you. And it could have been that it's just been going on so long in your life that it has become an habitual thought pattern. In the lens that's being looked through, there is a Page of Cups here with a new love and a commitment. So it's young love. And then in the environment, we've got judgment being called on this reflection, temperance, reversed energy, and you're leaving it behind. You're moving on to calmer waters. You're like, boom, out of here. And you don't care what anybody thinks about it. This says it says I'm afraid of what other people will think, but it came out in the reverse and you don't care. You just don't care. You're calling judgment on the situation, you're leaving it behind, you're moving on to calmer waters, and you don't care what anybody thinks about it. You've got your freedom from foolishness, it looks like. You're breaking away from this foolishness. Somebody feels overwhelmed. There could be a hypocrite here who's feeling overwhelmed because you're moving on and you don't give a crap what anybody thinks about it. You've got your the lovers here, the strength of two together, boom, and you're in this competition together, and they're feeling overwhelmed because you've entered into a power union. You're no longer alone. You have backup. Satisfied. This is unsatisfied. So they're unsatisfied. I wasn't happy the way things are going. So whoever this is that's overwhelmed, they aren't satisfied with the way their competition went. There's an understanding of what happened here. So there's clarity. The truth has been revealed. And the guilty want to escape. They kept secrets and missed their opportunity. They had a lot of habits. Their values were all about money. And you're moving into an inseparable union that is responsible and reciprocal. Something you've always been longing for. Something you're still longing for. And it's time. It's too late for anybody to mess around with it or to change it or to alter it or to screw it up for you. You're with your partner here, and it's strong. It's strong amid conflict. Your competition is unsatisfied with the way things are going. Oh, baby, you all right? Shorty, getting old and fat, getting harder to get up on the couch. I need to get him some stairs. All right, Star. So you've got some folks here, that are looking at your life and they're saying, it shouldn't be what it is. They're not looking at their own self trying to make it something else. They're looking at your life and trying to make it something else. Because you're just too darn shiny and too darn strong. Courage. Courage. It's incredible, how often you can get undone and come back from it. You're strong. And this business is finished. It's over. This person, whoever this person or people are that are disagreeing with you, it's over. They're being held back. They're stuck in the past. They can't come forward with you. You deserve peace. You're getting it. And a purpose. They're in grief over your purpose and over your peace. Business is finished. You're strong and you're coming into your purpose, and they're in grief about this. They're being held back, or they were held back, and they're stuck in the past with the Three of the Wands reversed. In the recent past, there's forgiveness and there is prosperity. So, whatever, you're still trying to get over the past. You could still be suffering from PTSD or whatever you want to call it. You know, there could still be healing to do. You're the star. You're going to be able to do that. Nobody can blame you for what's going on here. And it's like, I accept responsibility for my own well-being, and it's in the reverse. You never blamed anybody for your well-being. You didn't blame anybody. You dealt with it. You're like, okay, this is the way it is, and I'm just going to deal with it. You didn't say, oh, it's your fault, and you didn't try to hurt anybody or punish anybody. You just managed it. You persevered through it. You moved through it. You flowed with the storms and the seasons of life. And you managed it. You managed it. Through all of this trickery, through all of this fraud, through all of this betrayal and deception, you carried that Ten of Wands, and this is a completion. This is a completion of that cycle that they didn't appreciate you. They didn't care. You are very patient. You know that all things happen in divine order. Patience. That's why patience is so important. You know, God's timing is like impeccable, and it doesn't have to be any which way you think it should be, or any which way the master strategist thinks it could be. You know, spontaneity and flow. And yeah, okay, never mind. I'm just going to not even talk about that. So you're not worried. You're not worried. This is a completion of this heavy burden. This is a completion of this trickery and fraud. You're not worried. They didn't appreciate you. They didn't care. They have addictions. They're imbalanced. They're in the shadows. They have no energy. And now now they have clarity. Now they have clarity. Now that they're not connected to you and they can't get into your energy, they can't take from you. They can't steal from you. They try. They want to. They're really trying. But they can't make a change. They can't cause a change for you. This reflection, this shadowy character, can't cause a change for you. They're overindulging. They're doing things in excess. You've got a Page of Cups here. So there's new love. You may be receiving a message, or somebody's a surprise of some sort. There may be a surprise from a new love, from a new commitment. Star, whoever you're connected to, it's new and it's innocent and it's sensitive. Somebody wants you to be a part of their future. And it's the strength of two together. It's not a bloodletting or a like a leech situation, where you have all these leeches on you. That's how I see it. You're going through life, and you collect a little leech here, a little leech there, here a leech, there a leech, everywhere a leech. And then before you know it, you're walking around. You're just this walking organism with all these little suckers on you. that just came out? I don't even know. Okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm going to say that with spirit. Because that's funny. Somebody isn't thankful. This reflection, they couldn't cause a change for you. They're in an addictive state, and they were not able to cause a change for you. They're not thankful for life or anything that it presents. And they're under judgment, and you're leaving that baggage behind, and you don't care what anybody thinks about it. It's like, I'm out of here. Getting on down the road. Getting on down the road. Imagination. You're not thinking about it. You're just doing it. And you don't care what anybody thinks about it. You're calling judgment on this. You don't care what anybody thinks about it. You're not thinking about it at all. You're just doing it. You're making the move. You're making the move. And you got a Hierophant reversed here. Oh, sorry. Sometimes when I laugh, my eyes leak. I don't know. Just a thing. So, yeah. Whoever this Hierophant reversed is, or maybe you've gained your freedom from this Hierophant reversed and they're overwhelmed by that. You're leaving them behind. You're like, bye. Bye. Denial in the reverse. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So somebody's overwhelmed. They're not acknowledging their fear. They're in denial. They're in denial. They're overwhelmed. They're stressed out. Adversity. Whoever's bringing adversity to these lovers, these love unions, there's fighting and they're unsatisfied with the way this fight's going. They're not happy with the way things are going in this competition. Pride. In reverse, their pride is damaged. Their pride is damaged. You've got friends, allies who are open to seeing both sides of the situation. So your friends see clearly. Your friends see clearly, and your adversaries are in doubt. They have to surrender their need to control. You're entering relationships that are that serve the higher good, and the guilty are in regret and they're in fear and they don't know what to do. The unions came together. The power couples came together. Couples, singular, plural. Please do whatever resonates for you. I like plural because it's collective. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Message. Star, you're courageous, you're healing, you're yeah, you've got the courage card out here twice. You've got courage right up here, big and bold, baby. Big and bold. And they're challenged by that. They're getting the message. Business is over. Business is complete. This star is at peace and they're entering into their purpose. And this person is getting the message. They're being held back. They're stuck in the past. No, they cannot come forward with you. Main male. Main male. So main male, you're a star and you're courageous. This is the main male. You're in the central energy. You're the star, you're courageous, you're healing, you're rejuvenation. So you can be slammed with all kinds of trauma and drama, and then you just renew yourself. These ones are being held back. They're stuck in the past. They're in the court system. Ooh, and facing imprisonment. They're in grief. Main male. Whoever was coming for your house, they were trying to come for your courtship and your house and your income, and now they're concerned, because they're in court, facing death because they tried to destroy your pathway. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles here. Prosperity, sudden wealth. You don't blame anybody for your personal affairs. You just deal with them. There is forgiveness. You're still struggling to get over the past, but you're going to let that go. You're not worried about anything. This is a completion over this betrayal, over this fraud. You're in a 10 of Wands energy regarding that, but it's over. You're not worried about it. You're moving away from those people who didn't care. They didn't care about you. I shot out like a bullet. Did you see that? Oh yeah, they're concerned. They didn't care about you, and now they're concerned. You're not worried. You're not worried. This reflection, whoever this shady character is, they weren't able to cause you a change. They're stuck in balance, in extremes, in excess. They're stuck in the past. They're in despair. They couldn't cause a change for you. So, Page of Cups, you've got this new sensitive love, a commitment, and they're not in any kind of gratitude about that. But you do. You've got this Page of Cups and a commitment here. Main male, you got a nice, sweet little love. A nice, excuse me, did that flip out? Yeah, both these flipped out. You got a nice, sweet little love, and your pathway is open. Your Page of Cups, your pathway is open, and whoever this is that's getting the message of concern, main male, they're in the courthouse facing imprisonment. They're in grief. They're stuck in the past. They couldn't take your life path, and they're not thankful about this ending. They have no gratitude for this ending. But they had no gratitude when it was in process either. So, a lack of gratitude is a lack of gratitude. No matter where it's at. Orange cream soda. It's so good. I don't have soda very often. So yeah, they're under judgment, and you're leaving that baggage behind. You're moving on to calmer waters. You've got your commitment here, your sweet love. Your pathway is open. You don't care what anybody says about it, whether people are gossiping or whatever. You're not stuck in the head, and you're not imagining it. You don't care what people think. You're not stuck in the head about it. You're not spinning around, stuck in some illusion. This is the real deal, man. This is the real deal. We got a false person here. You're calling judgment on this false person. And you're leaving this false person behind. You're leaving this false person behind. You're like, I'm out of here. Goodbye. And you do not care what anybody thinks about it. You're out of here. You're not, you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't care what people think about it. You don't have to think about it. It's like the no-brainer. You're leaving behind this false person. A hypocrite who's in denial. You've gained your freedom from this foolishness. And this false person is stressed out because you're moving on with somebody else. Whoever this false person is was fighting to get into a relationship with you, and you wound up with your divine counterpart rather than this false person. Their pride is hurt. They couldn't one up you. They couldn't keep you away from your star. Oh, marriage, 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 commitment, marriage. Calling judgment on this false person who is overwhelmed. They didn't get your house and they didn't get a courtship with you. They're overwhelmed. You gained your freedom from this hypocrite. You denied them, and they're refusing to acknowledge their fear. They don't have any awareness. They didn't get the courtship. They didn't get your house. You are here with your power dynamic and this false person is unsatisfied with the way this competition went. Their pride is hurt. And they're in bad health. They have no energy. They're a reflection. They needed your star qualities. They needed your vitality, your essence, and they didn't get it. You wound up with your divine counterpart who was a match for you, and this one is now in bad health because they can't feed on you anymore. They can't feed on you. A mature woman needed your gift. This thief tried to steal your gift, your great fortune, your essence, your energy. That's what this person wanted. They're working in the family room. They could still be working in the family room. They're going on a journey. There's going to be a change. A wealthy man is an official person. And these ones are concerned. They're thinking about what's going on in court. Don't break the mouse, baby. Going on what's in court because you're innocent. You're innocent. You're innocent. And this community who was working against you with this toil and labor have expectations of so they were working and they have expectations. They're expecting something happening from the work that they did. It's like they're expecting to, I don't know what. They're expecting this main female to get with this mature man. So they're still doing magic, trying to interfere with the love with this female. Because they're facing poverty on the distant horizons. So they're still doing stuff. They're low vibing, and coming in with all their might to try to interfere with the feminine in this particular union. And tomorrow is 6/6, right? There are some things going on. You just have to wait and see what happens. You just have to wait and see what happens. But back to the read. Back to the read. Oh, focus. Back to the read. Focus. Main male, you're the star. You've got courage. Somebody is disagreeing with your purpose, with your peace, and the fact that this is over. You're just too darn strong, and they're stuck in the past. They could not steal your life path. They want to apologize. They could not steal your life path. You won! You won the competition that you probably didn't even know you were in. And they're facing imprisonment. And imprisonment, like, I don't know. I mean, imprisonment, I have an inkling what the other side might look like. So I'm guessing imprisonment simply means they're going to go through the cycles that we've been going through, you know? Birth and death and birth and death and birth and death and trial and tribulation and lessons and all that. I mean, that's what I'm guessing it is. Yeah, you're the gift, main male. You're the gift. You're the gift, and you're coming into your purpose. You are a peaceful person. Business is finished. This one can't come at you anymore. They're being held back. They're stuck in the past. They're stuck in the past. Return travels. They have to do it again. Their curses backfired. It didn't work on you. They're being held back. Their curses backfired on them, and they are being held back. Their magic backfired. The Most High did a reversal or something. And you received forgiveness. You aren't being blamed for anything. You're coming into your prosperity, your Ace of Pentacles, and your sudden wealth because of this conflict. It's what goes around comes around. It's the swing of the pendulum, right? You suffer for a while, and then you get happy for a while, you know? You fill yourself up with light for a while, and then you got to go manage the shadow for a while and transmute it, you know? Embody it, transmute it, heal it, embrace it, become it, and then, you know, bring it into balance and harmony. I don't know, man. I can't explain it. I'm just feeling it. They didn't reach their goals. They weren't able to take you out, main male. They didn't appreciate you. They're getting a message of concern. They weren't able to cause a change. They're in despair. They need to check in for realignment. They're overindulging. They're overindulging. You're not worried about it. You're not worried about it. They couldn't take your real estate. They couldn't take your home. They couldn't take your life. They couldn't take your money. They couldn't take your path, your status, your purpose, your peace. They couldn't cause any changes for you. All they could do is fortify you and strengthen you by putting you through this irritation, extreme irritation. And you lived and you learned. Your pathway is clear. You've got a commitment. It's a brand new, sensitive love. And these ones who did not appreciate you and who weren't thankful for anything that you gave them or offered them, this is ending. It's over. It's being stopped. They're being stopped. Judgment is being called. You've got a marriage here in the environment, and you're leaving this crap behind. They can't come. I mean, you know, they can come and try to interject themselves using lust magic and stuff like that. But if you are in command of your lustful urges, or if you're aware that dream lovers exist and energy harvesters exist, and all of the many forms and formats that they insert themselves into your life, then at least you have awareness, right? At least you have awareness. They were not able to bind you to their commitments. This false person was not able to bind you to their commitment. And you're leaving them behind. You're moving on with your actual beautiful commitment. They tried to bind you to their commitment whilst taking your commitment, and it didn't work. They couldn't bind you. You're coming into your beautiful commitment. It's a sweet new love. Your pathway is open. And these ones are being stopped. This false person couldn't bind you to their commitment. Your marriage is here in the environment. You don't care what anybody's thinking about this. You don't have to think about it at all. It doesn't require any thought. You know what you want to do. And you don't care what anybody thinks about it. That's pretty serious and obvious. This false person couldn't bind you to their commitments. They couldn't get a courtship with you. They couldn't snag you up. And they couldn't snag your house. They couldn't take your stuff. They're in the courthouse right now and they're feeling overwhelmed. They're being denied. They're a hypocrite. You've got your freedom. Say one thing and do another. Yeah, they're homeless. They didn't get your house because they didn't get a contract with you. But you're here with somebody. You got the right one. Isn't that lovely? And your adversary here, their pride is hurt. They're in bad health and they're unsatisfied with the way this competition went. Oh, they're more than unsatisfied. They're furious. They're furious. And they're frightened. Because whatever commitments they bound themselves to and meant to bind you to, it's scary, obviously. It's scary, obviously. Whatever they were working with, intending for you, it's scary. And you're ready for a high value life. You are ready for a high value life. And that network that came against you is overloaded. All those people that worked against you, you're sitting here all calm. Simplicity. It's like there's nothing overcomplicated about you, you know? Keep it simple. These ones they're confused and worried because they're in the middle of a conflict. There's evidence of everything they did. There's an investigation going on. And they are a bully. And they are about bullying people and causing mental disturbances for people and conflict for people. There's an investigation. There's evidence of all of this. They're in the courthouse right now. They're in the courthouse right now, facing imprisonment. Their curse backfired. Oh, they wanted to stick that on you hard. But you've got a new family tree, darling, and a promise. And your dominators, or those who wanted to dominate you, are stuck in the nightmare that they were trying to put you in. That was a great idea. To try to put this family in a trap, wasn't it? What's going on, baby? Your hat's on backwards. Hey. There you go. Come on, baby. One more pass. Oh, somebody mentioned that they gave their puppy or their pet a spiritual bath, and I just want to say thank you because I think I'm going to do that for my baby tonight. That's a great idea. So thank you. Alrighty, one more pass. We've got a soldier here on the bottom of the deck wanting to make an apology to you. They're disagreeing about the way this message, whatever they got, this message they're getting in the courthouse. They're facing imprisonment. They're in grief because their curse backfired and they're being held back and they're stuck in the past. They're in sorrow. They're apologizing. But it's not a sincere apology. Letter. Yeah, they got the letter. They got the letter. This main male is the gift coming into his purpose. He's full of peace. Business is finished. And he's courageous and strong. He is mighty. Mighty, mighty main male. Mighty, mighty main male and this thief, boy, they're stuck with the curse because it backfired, and they're in the courthouse facing imprisonment, returning to the past, stuck in the past, being held back. You are forgiven. You're coming into your Ace of Pentacles. Your sudden wealth. You didn't blame anybody for your responsibilities. You took care of them. You managed them. And these ones coming against you did not reach their goals. They can't blame you for this. They were trying to blame you for this. They couldn't. Their curse backfired. Doctor in the reverse. They couldn't cause you a sickness. They couldn't take your real estate. They didn't meet their goals. They couldn't make you sick. With the Seven of Swords here, the trickery and the fraud next, or right before the Ten of Wands. So you've got trickery and fraud, and you've got this is the end of this cycle. That this is a completion. You're not worried. They couldn't take your real estate. They didn't appreciate you. They're getting a message of concern. Yeah, you couldn't change it. They couldn't change it. They couldn't change it. And there's no more waiting. There's no more waiting. Waiting in the reverse. Reflection, change in the reverse. They're in despair. They're overindulging in extremes. There's a live and learn. Live and learn in the room. So there's some mental stuff going on. There's a lot of mental learning that needs to be done. A lot of advancement needs to be made. We've got, they could not, so you're not in despair. You're not in despair. And they're being stopped. They were stopped from destroying your wedding. They tried to stop your wedding, but instead they stopped themselves. Because your wedding is here in the environment. It's like the curse backfired. We got servant here. There's a false person servant. Conversation in the reverse. Nobody will talk to them. I just threw all these cards on the ground. Whew. Old woman merchant. Old woman owes a merchant. She's furious and haughty. She could not take the love of this sweetheart. And with that Come on now. With that, I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.